when you have an attractive physique, not only do you attract a lot more women in general, that's obvious, right? But the caliber of women that you start to attract completely changes. I'm in Bali right now. I've just moved here. I'm going to be here for a few months at least. And the caliber of women that I'm starting to deal with now is insane. It was already pretty good before, but over here, it's like Instagram models, fitness influencers, the type of girls that guys see on the social medias and they thirst over, leaving crazy comments. Those are the type of women that I'm dealing with now. And that's because I've got an attractive physique, I'm carrying myself with confidence. And once you start to do those things, you start to attract a completely different tier of women. Very attractive women that most guys wouldn't even imagine themselves with. Now, this is possible for anybody, honestly, who puts the work in, the effort in, the time, the patience to get an attractive physique, and then builds the confidence and the social skills that come as a result of that. Once you start to do that, you improve yourself in all of those aspects, then the quality of women you attract is insane and your standards can raise. Like, obviously most guys don't have very high standards when it comes to women, and that's just because they don't have enough options. Simple as that. Once you have more options, more women are attracted to you, and then the quality of women that you start to attract also increases steadily, then your standards can also steadily increase. Now, the way I go about it, I'm not only interested in just attracting women, in attracting high quality women, right? I'm interested in attracting high quality women that are super high interest, attracting women that will just fall into my lap, that will make it easy for me. And that's the stage I'm at because I've got an attractive physique, because I've got the confidence and the social skills that I've built as a result of that. That's the point I'm at, where women that are actually attractive, you know, not the fucking rats that will just go with anybody, any guy, the women that actually look good, that have guys that are thirsting over them. These women come to me, compliment me, show me super high interest, because I built myself to a level where it's possible for me to have that, where it's possible for me to experience that. Because the physique, the attractive physique, when you're 10% body fat, you've got a V-taper physique, you've got a nice face, your jawline is chiseled because you're lean. You've put yourself in a different category to most guys, to pretty much all guys, honestly. When you walk around, you don't see many guys like that. And when women see a guy like that, it just jumps out of them. You just stand out straight away because you're at a different level to everyone else. Like I said, once you're in shape, you look great. Not only do you attract more women, which just statistically makes it more likely that you're going to attract women who look good, right? But then the women who actually look good, they show high interest to you as well, because there's more women, to be honest, there's more women that look good than guys who look good, because women just, you know, pay more attention to their looks and everything a lot more than guys do. So once you've put yourself in this category of men, top 10%, top 1%, that actually look really attractive, they're in shape, they take themselves seriously, then these women will show you super high interest, because there's not many guys that will match them in terms of looks. Now, you don't need an attractive physique to get women, right? I'm sure you've seen a lot of guys, average guys, even below average guys with girls. But the type of women that you attract at that level, those are the type of girls that guys will fuck after the club, and they'll be hurrying them into the taxi so that nobody sees who they're with, because it's just not the level of women that you want to be with. No offense to them, but that's just how it is, right? Now, once you have an attractive physique, the type of girls that you're attracting, the ones that are also into the fitness, take care of their health, their diet, their sleep, their nutrition, their workouts in the gym, these are the types of women that you want to be around. These are the types of women that you can walk around with and everybody's looking at you, staring at you, because you're both sexy, you're both attractive, you're both in shape, and you can be proud to actually be attractive to these types of women. You can be proud in yourself that you've put in the work to actually attract the type of women that everybody else wants to be with, but only you are the one who gets to be with them because you've put in the work in the past. Obviously, you don't pedestalize these types of women either. Once you start being attractive to these types of women, say you put in the work with your physique and you start to look amazing, if you start to show neediness, show desperation, when you start to get compliments from these women, when these women start to talk to you, when you start to get looks from these types of women, that'll turn them off as well. Neediness is a massive turn off for women. So don't do that. You actually have to build the inner work. You have to do the inner work. You have to build the confidence to actually be a bit arrogant as well, to think that you're better than these women, that of course you can attract them because you look amazing as well. Once you start to operate from that type of self-worth, that's when everything really clicks and you really start to attract all the women that everybody else wants to be with. The women who are very physically attractive, they have so many options, it's unbelievable. Even the ones that are not that physically attractive, they have a lot of options. Like, genuinely, in the 1 mile radius, there's a fucking 1,000 guys who would fuck them just because they're a woman, which is insane. Like I said, your standards have to be higher than that, which you can have when you have a lot of options yourself. Now, back to the ones that are most physically impressive, right? The ones who look the best. Those women, because they have so many options, you really have to stand out as a man to even catch their eye, right? And then once you start to become attractive, once you actually start to look good to these types of women, then you have to operate with that type of arrogance when you know you can have them. You can't start to show desperation, like I said. You can't start to get scared, get nervous. Obviously, that comes with experience from dealing with a lot of women anyway, and dealing with a lot of women who actually look good, right? But once you start to operate with that type of confidence, that arrogance, where you know you can get her because you look just as good as her, and you know you can attract more women that are like her or even better than her, that's when the women that you start to become attractive to, they actually start to like you a lot as well. I always say that you can't fake this type of confidence. Like, you can operate with this type of confidence, or you can try to anyways, even if you're below average in terms of looks, if you're overweight, whatever. But it obviously doesn't have the same effect, and it's a lot harder to do because you know deep down that you're just not good enough. And it's true, you don't deserve it. You don't deserve attractive women if you're not attractive yourself. Let's just put it simply like that. So once you've done that work, you've obviously built all the resilience, all the mental aspects that you get from training hard, going to the gym, locking in with your diet, being better than other guys realistically, having more discipline than other guys. Once you've done all that work, which builds you mentally and physically, obviously, then that's when you actually know deep down that you deserve to have these types of women, that you're even better than them because you've done all the work that everyone else isn't willing to do. Now, these women that have a lot of options, they have to use physical attraction as a filter for the guys that they're interested in versus not, at least initially, right? At least for the initial attraction, because there's so many guys that want them. Like I said, there's genuinely not enough hours in the day for them to try and get to know everybody, for them to try and see who has the most confidence or the charisma or whatever else, right? Whatever other characteristics are going to make them attracted to a guy. They have to use looks first, because that's like obviously a 2-second decision. Okay, would I fuck him or would I not, just based on his appearance. Once that type of girl is already showing you interest just from the way you look, and obviously your body language as well, the way you carry yourself, if you've got confidence, like, you can have an attractive physique, but I don't want you to be sat like this, fucking looking into the corner, looking into the sky because you're nervous. You need to develop that type of confidence that you know you're the fucking man, because obviously you've done the things to get an attractive physique that everybody else wants, and you're the only one who's got it. In your immediate area, most likely, if you've got an attractive physique, you're lean, V-taper, 10% body fat, you look good, nice haircut, whatever, you're the only guy in the area that has all those things. You need to act like it, right? Now, once you've attracted a woman, or a high quality woman, because of the way you look, and then you go talk to her, you show a bit of your confidence, your charisma, or a lot of your confidence actually, you show your confidence, your charisma, your social skills that you would have built up as a result of talking to a lot of women, because you attract a lot of women as well. That's when you turn a girl who's super high interest to like you just pound her in the bathroom in 20 minutes. Like, that's the reality, to be honest with you. That's actually the reality. It really does get that easy. Even with the women that you think, nah, you have to take them out to dinner, to fucking Nobu, $300 dinner, whatever. You don't have to do that. Once you look good and you show your confidence, your charisma, a bit of arrogance, you get a lot of women, you know that you don't need her, you don't have a lot of desperation. You can honestly do things that are unbelievable to most guys. You live in a different world to most guys, a different reality completely with women. And that's just how it is. I see a lot of guys that are with women, right, that are not even that attractive, like the women themselves, and even the guys are not that attractive anyways. But they actually, even so, they get treated like shit. They get treated like dogs, like, do this, do that, take me here, take me there, buy me this, take me to dinner there, and whatever. That's mad, honestly. I don't operate like that whatsoever. If I can tell from that a woman is like that, most women that show me high interest don't do anything like that because they want to keep me, right? Because I've got an attractive physique and most guys don't have that. But I would never deal with a type of woman like that. My standards are higher because they're allowed to be because I have a lot of options. I would never deal with a woman that's rude, that thinks she deserves everything, that is entitled, you know what I mean? And I can do that because I attract a lot of women, and a lot of women show me high interest. A lot of them are really polite, want to do things for me, this and that. I would never deal with a woman that doesn't treat me very well, and I can do that because I attract a lot of women. So once you get to that type of level, you put in the work, you get an attractive physique, you attract a lot of women, you attract women that actually align with your values, that women that you actually like, that you like their personality. That's when you don't deal with that shit that other guys have to deal with women that think they deserve everything just because they're a girl. When you're in shape, right, you signal compatibility instantly with the women that you actually want to be with. Like, obviously, the women who look the best go to the gym. That's obvious, right? The women who actually put in work to make themselves look better, to make themselves look more attractive by going to the gym and eating healthy and all these things, they're the ones that look the best. They go to the gym and they do those things. And once you also do those things, and you're at a high level as well, because you've got an attractive physique, so you've obviously put in a lot of work over the years and with your diet over some time, right? The compatibility is there straight away. you know straight away just from looking at the girl, and the girl knows from looking at you, that you're two people that are compatible because you both share similar values with health, with diet, with fitness, all these things. The mindset as well that it takes to get an attractive physique, the discipline, the long-term commitment. These are very attractive traits to women. These show that you can go far in life, not just with your physique, but with obviously with your career and everything else. These are very attractive traits because you've got a physique that most people want, but most people don't have. So once you actually got that, you've shown it, like straight away you show it. Just from the way you look, you show, okay, I have discipline, I have commitment, I'm healthy, all these things. Very attractive to a woman, and very attractive to the high quality women that also share these similar traits. Once you get into shape anyways, the women who don't do these things, who don't go to the gym, who drink all the time and eat burgers and pizzas and all these things, right, that make you ugly basically, they start to become unattractive to you. Like, whatever level you're at now, if you're at quite a low level, you might still kind of find these types of women attractive, even if they, you know, they put a bit of makeup on, whatever, they fucking catfish you, whatever. You might think, oh, she looks all right. But once you really start to invest in yourself heavily with your physique, with your mindset as well, with the health and fitness, the types of women who don't do these things, you know, they pull out a vape, or they pull out like a crisp or something, I don't know. Like, these types of women start to become unattractive to you. You actually don't even want to be around them. Even if they look decent to other guys, you don't want to be around them because they don't share your values at all. The personality, once you've dealt with enough women, right, you've dealt with enough attractive women and just women in general, you start to really, really filter out for only the best ones. You start to filter out for the ones who look amazing and the ones who actually have a good personality as well, who are polite, like I mentioned before, who show good characteristics, who really take their health and fitness serious, just like you do, because you have to do those things to get an attractive physique. So you start to filter with these women, and you enjoy your time with them a lot more because they're the types of women that you want to be around. Me personally, I don't even remember the last time I slept with a girl that doesn't go to the gym, because I take my health and my fitness so serious. It's like, if a girl doesn't go to the gym, doesn't take her health and fitness serious as well, it's just unattractive to me. Like, why don't you go to the gym? Are you all right? Do you know what I mean? So once you start to elevate your standards as well, the women that you start to deal with become really good, really high quality, really attractive, and you enjoy your time with them a lot more. Like I said, you can talk about the gym and you can talk about your health and fitness, and it's just a really nice vibe, to be honest, once you get with a woman that's on the same wavelength as you. Now, you can do that with degenerate girls. You know, you can be on the same wavelength with the drinking and partying and eating Dominoes all the time and that. And if you want to do that, that's up to you. But believe me, those types of women are much lower quality, obviously, than the ones who actually respect themselves and go to the gym and are lean and attractive and all these things that you need to be as well. Once you and the girl both have like mutual appreciation for each other, because you both know the discipline, the hard work, you both appreciate each other's attractiveness basically, because you know what you had to do to get that nice physique, everything's a lot better, the connection's a lot stronger, everything's better, trust me. Now, for example, last few days, two different scenarios, two different girls I was talking to, I went and approached them, whatever, because they were staring at me. One of them, I found out after the fact that she doesn't take her health and fitness serious. I ditched that one straight away, didn't like her. The other one did. Now, I'll tell you how I knew that. So one of them, we started talking about fitness a little bit. It comes up a lot. When you have a nice physique, the topic of fitness and health and gym, whatever, it comes up a lot. Girls will often mention your physique, mention your muscles, whatever. One of them, I told her I go to sleep at 8 p.m. That's actually my bedtime. I go sleep at 8 p.m. because I like to get 10.5 hours. I like to wake up early. And she was like, oh, you go sleep 8 p.m. What? I could never do that. And she kind of had like a I don't know, like an air of judgment, basically. Like, she had a sense of judgment, like, you go sleep 8 p.m. That's so early. I've not even eaten dinner by that time. She said something like that, and that turned me off instantly. I ended the conversation like a minute after that, because that was so unattractive to me. And the other one, she was like, wow, you go sleep 8 p.m. I'm trying to get my bedtime earlier now as well. It's like 10 p.m. now, but I'm trying to get it a little bit earlier. That one obviously was a lot more attractive to me, and we took it further. We had a better connection because of that. Those are the types of girls that you want to deal with. Those ones are going to connect with you better. Those ones you're going to have a better time with, because they actually like what you're doing. They like what you're achieving in your life. They like the work that you're putting in to get an attractive physique. The ones that show judgment, that are kind of jealous even in a sense, right, because you're doing something that they're not doing, forget those ones, because those ones are just going to bring you down. The ones that, even when you're doing something slightly better than them, like the girl said, yeah, she wants to go sleep earlier like me, those ones are kind of inspired by you, right? And they're obviously going to treat you a lot better than the ones that don't really like what you're doing. They might be a bit jealous, like I said, or whatever. So once you have options, once you have a lot of options, you can start to deal with the girls that really like you for you, that really like what you're doing. And obviously you want the type of activities that attracts the type of girls that you want to be good activities, to be health, to be fitness, to go into the gym, to be reading, whatever it is. You want it to be healthy, good activities, healthy desires, healthy values, because you don't want to attract girls that are attracted to you because you both fucking like vodka or something, right? That you both go to Domino's same time every week. You don't want those girls. You want the type of girls that are actually going to be good for you, good for your soul, basically, good for taking you further in the direction that you want to go in. The social proof that you get from having an attractive physique, first of all, and then you attract attractive women because of that. It's insane, honestly. Like when I'm walking down the street, I'm with two gym buddies. Like everybody's staring at me, girls, guys. It doesn't matter, because they see it's like a elevated type of status. You're an attractive guy, and then you're with attractive women. The social circle that you start to build because of that is very good. The women that you start to attract because of that, because not only do you look attractive, but then when you're around attractive women as well, everybody, like I said, everybody's looking at you, and whatever environment you're in, and then girls that are seeing that, they want you straight away, because girls desire guys who attracts other girls as well. And then once you attract attractive women as well, then all the other attractive women want you as well, because you've basically proved that you're eligible to access attractive women. When you get all this attention from women, right, it really is a proper motivator for you to continue with what got you those results in the first place, with your diet, with your fitness, with your physique, looking good. You have to do it all the time, because you never really want to go back to the regular girls that guys are dealing with, the, you know, slightly poor treatment from women, the not enough attention, all these things that most guys have to deal with and they just accept as a reality. You don't accept that as a reality anymore. Your reality has completely been rewired because of what you've experienced in the past. So once you start to do those things, it actually gets crazy, and you really just don't want to deal with all the things that regular guys have to deal with. You've put yourself in a different category, in a different tier of men, and you deserve the results that you get. You deserve the attractive women, the attention. You actually deserve those things once you put in the work to get them. The confidence that you get from knowing you're the most attractive guy in a certain situation, right, in a certain environment, it's amazing. I'll be so honest. It gives you the type of arrogance that you need to be successful with women. Women will say, like, obviously you don't ask a woman what she wants. She'll say, yeah, you need to be humble, you need to be kind, you need to be you know, all these things that is not true. And I can tell you, because I've been with a lot of women, right? You need to have that type of confidence where you know in this situation, right, at least immediately in the immediate scenario, that the woman can't do better. Like, you're literally the best guy around, and you have to act like that. You have to act like you're the best guy around, because that's what's going to get a woman really attached to you. Not attached, but like really interested in you, basically, once you actually start to speak to her. The high interest comes from just looking good, looking attractive, and then the charisma and the confidence that you get from that once you actually speak to these women, that's what really gets them into you. Your approach, the way you talk to a girl, your energy overall is a lot better once you operate with a bit of this arrogance, where you know you're the type of guy that is not readily available, right? There's not many of your type of fucking specimen around. You're a guy that's attractive, that takes care of himself, that's in shape, that looks great, got an attractive physique. There's not many of these guys around, and once you deal with that type of energy with women, that just really maximizes your results. This is the type of dynamic that girls actually want with guys, by the way. Like, you'll hear stupid things from women, especially, right? From men as well, but from women especially, that I want a guy to be very humble and kind, and like, you can have these characteristics, right? You can be, you can not be rude, basically. You be polite, and you be generous, and you have good values, you're a good person, you're good morally, right? But at the same time, you need to have a confidence, you need to have a type of air about you where you kind of know that you're superior. That's just how it is. Like, a woman doesn't want to be with a guy that just looks at the floor because he's not confident, don't look anyone in the eye. He doesn't talk with a kind of energy that he knows he's that man, because that's not attractive. If you are too meek, if you are too humble, that's just not attractive to a woman. She wants a man that knows that he's the man. Do you know what I mean? Another benefit of actually being around these good looking women that you attract is that you kind of get like a constant stream of attractive women, because their social circles are usually better. They have more, higher quality women in their social circle, the friends that you get introduced to as well. Like, women, right? Women will have friends that are not really good friends, right? They just know each other, and they're polite. They talk to each other sometimes, but these women that are not really good friends, you can go to those, you can deal with those women as well, and then you can deal with those semi friends as well. Like, you'll actually start to develop a roster of just attractive women that are kind of friends, but not really. And it's actually amazing. It gets insane. Once you're an attractive guy, you can start to do those things. And this is a reality that most men don't experience. They don't know about doing these things. They don't know about dealing with women in the same friend groups. They don't do those things because they can't. Genuinely, if you don't have enough options, if you're not attractive enough to be able to break past those make-believe barriers that, you know, you can't date a woman's friends and this and that. If you're not attractive enough, you just don't know about it. You don't know how to go about it. You don't know how to experience it because you're just not available to do it. Once you get an attractive physique and you start to develop yourself into a high value man that a lot of women want, and that you can start to deal with multiple women at the same time, multiple women that know each other. That's not to say that you have to deal with multiple women. Of course not. Once you have options, you can do whatever you want. You can settle down with one good woman. You can date a lot. Like, you can do whatever you want. But if you don't have that option, then that just means you haven't improved yourself enough. So you need to get to that level where you at least have that option. Honestly, the return on investment is insane to just get an attractive physique, to look good, to take care of yourself. The type of women that you attract, the type of dynamic that you have with these women as well. Like, you don't put in too much time and effort because the women are super high interest. You don't waste a lot of time approaching a lot of girls like a lot of guys have to do because, you know, they don't get enough initial attention as well. These things you don't have to do when you have an attractive physique. You don't have to, like I said, you don't have to deal with women that are not high interest. You don't have to deal with women that don't align with your values, that don't look physically impressive. You don't deal with all these things. You don't deal with the issues that other guys deal with women. You have a different reality to them because you've already put in the effort to reap the rewards after. If you don't put in that effort, you don't reap those rewards. Simple as that. It's the same as anything, really. If you're not happy with your physique currently, then you need to prioritize that. It's not just about the women, right? But it's the health, the looks, your own self-confidence. Like, you want to feel good. You want to feel good about yourself. You want to wake up, look in the mirror every day like I do and be like, oh shit, I actually look sick. I actually look amazing. And most guys just don't have to do that. And it's quite sad, really. And obviously the women come after that. And it's like, you prioritize yourself first, right? You put yourself first. You prioritize those looks. You prioritize that attractive physique. You prioritize looking good and feeling proud and confident in yourself. And the women just, they sense that. They sense that confidence. They sense that energy. And obviously they can see that you're actually the full package as well. They can see that with physical proof. And it just gets so easy that it's actually unbelievable. It's genuinely not fair to the other guys that don't take advantage of this. But it's, of course, those guys that don't take advantage of getting an attractive physique, it's honestly their fault that they have to deal with the issues that they deal with. So take into account what I've said in the video. Prioritize your physique, take your health into account, your diet, your fitness, your workouts. You need to be doing all these things to improve yourself to the maximum level that you're capable of. If you do want more help with doing that, with getting an attractive physique, with experiencing things that I've talked about in the video, check the top link in the description as well. That's my community. Got modules in there, direct access to me, a lot of guys who are also improving themselves like this to help you. It's absolutely insane. I'm going to get you the attractive physique that you need to actually experience life in the best way possible, to be honest. So check that out if you're interested.